Good morning and welcome back to the Bluayado channel. It is Wednesday, July 2nd, 2025, and tomorrow on the Thursday is a half market day. So the market should close by 1 o'clock. So if you want to do any trades tomorrow, make sure you do it early. And then Friday for July 4th, Independence Day in America, is going to be a market close day. So this is a very, very short week. Yield Max Group D is going to pay on Monday. Definitely you can't pay on Friday because it's a holiday. So we did get some announcements yesterday. We got Yield Max this morning. And Clip. I owed you Clip because Clip tells you the distribution really late. I think I got paid on the 30th before I even knew what the rate was. But you know what? As long as it pays, that's what matters. So this is Clip from Cranchers for the end of June. Pay date was June 30th. X date and record date was June 27th. They paid 0.643884 per share, which is pretty good. It's better than the last 2 months. So there you go. That's the payment for Clip from Cran Shares. This is a Chinese internet company, ETF for Chinese stocks. So there you go. That's what this is. Cran Shares Clip. Next up, let's look at Globex because this is the new one, the BCCC one, and this is their third weekly payment, and it's down. So record date is gonna be 6:30, and it's gonna pay tomorrow. This thing pays on Thursdays, so again, 7/3 is pay date, and it's paying 0.142300 per share, which is a lot less than the last two payments by 6 cents down. So there you go. So that's Globex, ticker BCCC. What else we got? We got JP Morgan, the Nasdaq coverage for JEPQ. This is a nav safe one, so that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to stay above 50 because I bought it around $50 and it's doing that. It's a lot down from where it was before. It used to be hanging around 56, 57, but it's still holding out above 50, which is nice. So what do we get paid for this one? We got 49 cents. That's about right. This is about a what is this percentage on this one? 12%, 11% or something like that. So yeah, this is what it does. So 0.494 for this July 1st payment. And then the last payment was a lot higher. In June, it was 62 cents. So it went down this month to 49 cents. The market is crazy. So again, it's still nav safe though. That's what it's supposed to do. And it's still doing that. So yeah, while I'm in here, I'll get the other nav safe one, which is Goldman Sachs. It's supposed to be here. So GPIX. Yeah, GPIX. That's the S&P 500 coverage. These are slipping a little bit on their nav safeness here because these are supposed to stay at least $50. It's a little bit down. Nowhere near as much damage as the nav decay you get from Yield Max, but it is down 50 cents, which as you can see is like a point less than a percentage down. But yeah, it is down. It's under 50. I did buy these things at $50. And the range has gone between $40 to $50 for the 52-week range. I didn't get it nowhere near 40. So I've got it at like 50. And it was staying around 50. So that's that for the nav safe one here. It's paying 35 cents. This rate is, I think it's like an 8% rate or something like that. I don't remember what the rate is on this. It's not very high, but it's supposed to be a NAV safe security. So 0.352 per share for this one. GPX from Goldman Sachs. And then they got the NASDAQ coverage also, which is GPIQ. And I think that one pays a little bit more. Maybe that's 10%. Again, this one is slipping a little bit. It's supposed to be a $50 stock. Oh, this one went down a lot. I didn't get it at 30. I wish I did. It's between $38 to $50 again. It normally stays around 50 though. I never saw it this low at 38. That must have been when something crazy happened in the market. But yeah, this is stays around $50 stock, and this is Nasdaq coverage from Goldman, and they pay about 40 cents, I think. What do they pay? Yeah, 40 cents, so 0.435 per share. Is that any? Actually, it's more than last month, so that's good. This one went up from last month. Last month was 41. This one is 43. So it's doing what it's supposed to do. That's the Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan NAV safe securities. And we did Globex. What are we missing now? We need oh, what did we just get? We got Defiant. Let's go for MST. MST, July 1st, MST. So MST, this is the only individual weekly stock with leverage and income from Defiance, and the underlying security is MicroStrategy. So that's paying 0.2863 per share. Now that's a pretty good distribution. This is like a $18 stock, I think, maybe 18, $17, something like that. 28 cents for the week here. 0.2863. So that's MST. Next, what do we got? KURV. Let's look for KURV. KURV, the first payment for July is going to be Tesla coverage. So ticker TSLP from KURV. KURV pays on Thursday, so it's going to pay tomorrow. So X date and record date was today, 7/2. This was announced yesterday on 7/1. So that's when you were supposed to buy it. If you wanted to buy into it, it was yesterday. Today is a record date, and you get paid tomorrow on 7/3. So they're getting this payment out before the holiday. Nicely done. So ticker TSLP, underlying security is Tesla, and it's paying 0.45, 45 cents this month. This is lower than it was last month, I think. I think it was 50 cents or something last month. But yeah, this is lower this month than it was last month. So that's KURV. We got KURV done. Let's go for REC shares. The new weekly ones. REC shares. This came out on June 30th. Alright, so this came out on June 30th. X date was 7/1 and payday is today. So it gets paid on Wednesdays here. So payday is 7/2. These are weekly distributions from REC shares. Ticker MVII, underlying security is NVIDIA. It's paying 0.1557 per share. That's all right. Yeah, that's all right. So next up is TSII. Underlying security is Tesla. It's paying 0.2508 per share. That's a good payment, actually. Yeah. So MSII, underlying security is MicroStrategy. It's paying 0.1825 per share, which is okay because MicroStrategy was on a roller coaster this month. Forget the week. For the month, it's been a roller coaster. It's been all the way up to 400 and down to 350. It's moved like 50, points. So yeah, MicroStrategy, that's what it does. It's very, very volatile. Next up is COII, underlying security is Coinbase, and this did really well. So 0.3085 per share for Coinbase coverage. Ticker COII. That's nice. A lot of companies covering Coinbase are doing really well. Coinbase is paying well everywhere. So, there you go. That's the ticket to Coinbase right there. So that's that. What else we got? We got those. Oh, we got Roundhill. Roundhill. We should get our payment on YETH that they owe us for June. Let's see what they did. Roundhill. Oh, let me do Maggie since it's right in my face. Let me do that first. This is that one that pays out on Monday. They give you the numbers early again because it's no half day market Thursday and market close on Friday. So they are announcing now for your payment on Monday. This is the only one that pays on Monday. Maggie, Magnificent 7 from Roundhill. This is a weekly distribution. And X date is 7/3 and payday is going to be 7/7. So you can buy this one today. You still have time to buy it today and get paid on Monday. These payments are starting to look a lot better. Let me tell you that. So this payment is getting higher. Right. So Maggie 0.376300. I might have to look into this. This is like a $57 stock though. So it's not a cheap stock. Let me see Maggie. Roundhill Magnificent 7 is $56. So yeah, you could buy it today and get paid on Monday. I do want to get paid on a Monday. It's down a little bit. I'll see. Maybe I'll get 5 of these or something just to be in it because it keeps popping up. I do get the email for the payment. Don't like to see payments I'm not getting, right? All right, so that's Maggie. For whoever holds that, I might be a holder today. Tell you that. I might be a holder later on today. Round Hill. Now, all right, July 1st. This coverage is for the indexes and the crypto. They're putting them on the same page because they had to move the dates up. But these are going to be paying on different dates going forward for the rest of the month of July. The crypto and the ODT covered calls are going to be paying on two different dates, but because of the short week, they're together. So X date is 7/2. You were supposed to buy this yesterday because it came out early and you're gonna get paid on 7/3. They didn't hold us off till Monday. So they moved the dates up here. So if you wanted to buy into these things, you should have bought it yesterday, not today. You're gonna get paid on 7/3. You're getting paid tomorrow on these securities. So Roundhill S&P coverage ticket XDTE is paying 0.247367 per share. Roundhill Nasdaq coverage ticker QDTE is paying 0.228961 per share, and Russell 2000 coverage ticker RDTE is paying 0.258902 per share. These are really good payments. This is what it's supposed to do. Nothing outstanding here, but these are very good payments for weeklies right here. Nicely done. Next up for crypto cover call coverage, we got the Bitcoin coverage, ticker YBTC. Is that big enough? Okay. Is paying 0.275256 per share. And yes, it looks like we're getting our June payment in our first weekly here because this is super high. This is not a normal weekly payment. This, I think, is what they owed us from June. Don't get any ideas, right? Thinking this is what a weekly payment could be for YETH. That is not the case. Next week, it probably will be at least half of this because they probably still got a little bit of residual money, but it's definitely not going to be consistently this high, $1.51 per week. It's not going to happen. So YETH 1.519904 per share. Exception. Let's put that out there. This is your June payment, most likely. This is not a true weekly payment. That's not what's going on here. So, yeah, clarify. Don't get any ideas and start buying like a whole bunch of this, unless you plan on buying it and selling it, you like right away. You could do that, but you would have had to buy this yesterday, not today, because of the short week. And there you go. So that is Roundhill crypto and indexes. What do we need now? We need Defiance. I think that was like right on top. Defiance. What do we got for Defiance? Woo. All right, when they made this payday. So this payday is going to be 7/7. And the record date and X date is 7/3. So you can still buy these today. These were announced today, this morning. You can still buy these today and get paid on a Monday, not Friday because of the holiday. Here we go. So ticker QQQY, which is NASDAQ coverage. They fixed it this week. Um, Paying 39.10% distribution rate, 0.1949 per share. So ticker QQQY is 0.1949 per share. Next up, ticker WDTE, which is S&P 500 coverage. That's a 31.05 distribution rate. That's nice. It's paying 0.2044 per share. So these numbers are lower than Roundhill. So Roundhill beat out Defiance this week on NASDAQ, S&P, and Russell coverage here. So ticker IWMY, Russell 2000 coverage, which is a 51.44% distribution rate. Nice. It's paying 0.2405 per share. Next up, we got the new ones. Ticker GLDY, which is gold. ETF is a 51.70% distribution rate and is paying 0.1798 per share. That's pretty good, actually. Gold is where to go when you have market instability. So, yeah, it's a pretty good option to go into that. USOY, which is the oil one, is a 77.61% distribution rate and it's paying 0.1397 per share. So that is a Defiance. All right. Now we got to get the target 12, the ones that's a guaranteed 12% from Yield Max. And it's supposed to have less nav erosion, but let's see. I wasn't really tracking those. Let me look at it. These came out at $50, so we'll check how much they are right now. Soxy. When this came out, July 1st. Yield Max. Can I make this bigger, hopefully? No. All right. Because they want to make my life harder. Shit. All right. I had to put it in Excel. Give me 1 second here. Okay, so these are going to pay on Thursday. The announcement came out on the first, so you had to buy this on the first if you didn't have it already. And these are the guaranteed 12% ones here. So they guarantee to pay you 12% on the current price. So there you go. So record date is 7/2. Payday is going to be tomorrow, 7/3. These are monthly payers. And the first one is Biggie. And it covers the big 50, I think the best they think 50 US companies are. And that's what's in here. So that's paying 50 cents per share. And that's a 12% distribution rate. All of these will be 12% distribution rates. That's what they do. And next one up is RNTY. This is the real estate one. So it's going to be real estate stocks inside of this ETF. And it's paying 0.52 per share. Again, these all came out at 50 bucks. Next up is Soxy, which is the semiconductor one ETF, and that's paying 0.52 per share. So these are pretty good distributions of 50 cent, which is about what the JP Morgan one does and the Goldman Sachs one does, which is supposed to be the NAV safe one. Now let's check if these are actually NAV safe. So let's look at Biggie. Let's look at Biggie. Biggie. Well, it's close. All right, so you didn't lose that much money on this one from Max. Biggie came out at $50. It's been a couple of months now, and it's still very close to $50. How low did it go? It went down to 40 bucks, so not that bad considering what some of these other things did. This is still pretty good. So Biggie paying you a guaranteed 12%. This is what whoever bought into it likes that. They're not selling out of it and running around. They're staying put and it's working. So 12% guaranteed here for Biggie. I do have that. So and I do appreciate that I'm not losing my NAV on something in Yilmax. Soxy. Oh, it's even better. This one started out at $50 and you actually have some appreciation and you're guaranteed 12%. Nice. But this has went down as far as 35. Oh my god. So yeah, it has. Wish I got it. I didn't get it then. When was this happening? I bought it at 50. I'm not gonna lie to you. I bought it at 50 and I probably wasn't looking at it that much. Because I don't have that many. I only got like 10. So but yeah, it's back. It's back to 50 and above more than what it even started out at. So this is still doing what it's supposed to do. What about the other real estate one? I don't own this one. 52. Okay. And how low did it go? Only went down to 50. So not too bad. It started out at 50. So that's where it started out at. Went up to 53 and now it's 52. And some people probably sold out of it because the X date is today. So, who knows. All right, so that's pretty good. This is pretty good for the Target 12. Not that much NAV erosion right now. Obviously, it did go down. The other one did go down to 35, but it's back. This one has not taken a hit that much, but this is the last one, so this is pretty new. RNTY. All right, so that's the Target 12. And that's about it. Let's get to what we all came for, which is going to be Yilmax Group D. Yilmax Group D highlighter is Misty. I am heavily invested in Misty. I have over 1,000 shares. Misty is literally my monthly life here. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's definitely a big part of my monthly income. So I'm highly invested in whatever Misty is gonna do for the month. So let's put it that way. So let's get it started. We're going to start with the weeklies first. Again, you do have time to still buy this one today. Yamax did not push it forward. You can buy today on Wednesday and get paid on Monday. They're not going to pay on Friday because of the holiday, but you can still buy today. Anything you see that you want to get more into or buy more of today and get paid on Monday, July 7th. So here we go. Weekly Chippy is paying 42 cents, and that's a 40.43 distribution rate. It's not too bad. GPTY, which is the AI and tech one, is paying 0.32 per share, and that's a 35.46% distribution rate. Nice. LFGY. This has been performing really nice, but you do have NAV erosion on this one. But it's been performing really well, payment wise, depending on when you got in at. If you got in at a really good price, then you're doing really good. But if you came in when it started at 50, maybe not so great. How much is this going for? LFGY. LFGY is a $40 stock. So you lost $10 on this thing. It started out at 50 and it went far down as $30. So that was a $20 loss on your principal investment. And it only went up to $55. So there you go. So this is still a $10 dip right now. Did we even make $10 on this yet? I'll look at that afterwards. But I do track this. I did have it since it came out. So I can tell you later if we made $10 that we lost on the NAV. So yeah, weekly 0.47. This is new though, also because didn't Yilmax used to have like 4-digit numbers here. Now they only doing 2-digit numbers, which seems odd. Okay, but all right, making it straight to the dollar here. No extra change in the back. LFGY Tech and Crypto ETF, 60.87% distribution rate. That's a nice distribution rate. Ticket QDTY, which is NASDAQ coverage, weekly is 16 cents. That's a 19.16% distribution rate. This is the lowest one now. This payment is under Defiance and Roundhill. 16 cents is pretty low. Next up is ticket RDTY, which is the Russell coverage. This is about average. I think they all had about this amount. So 24 cents, that's a 26.39% distribution rate. Next up, SDTY, which is S&P 500 coverage. 16 cents again, not so good. This is low. This is low compared to Defiance and Roundhill. 18.96% distribution rate. Not good. OT is up. OT is 10 cents. Nice. And that's an 80.23% distribution rate. YMAG, which is the Magnificent Seven for Yilmax. They do have that awkward week where they just have one of the Magnificent Seven trying to hold up this payment. So this is probably that week. So YMAG is 6 cents, and that's a 19.05 distribution rate. This is about a $15 stock right now. So, and then we got YMAX. This is about 13.50 here. This stock about around there. So 16 cents is nice, which is everybody payment, and payments last week weren't that great anyway. So there you go. 60.04% distribution rate. AIYY, underlying security AI. I sold out of this Monday. So I don't own this anymore because I thought this was not going anywhere. So I did sell my 100 shares were sold. I sold out of this stock because this has experienced a lot of NAV erosion and these payments are not worth keeping it anymore. Before I just didn't feel like keeping this anymore. So I did sell out of this. I no longer own the security as of Monday. I don't have this one anymore. So AIYY is 0.16 per share, 16 cents. And that's a 47.92% distribution rate. AMZ, underlying security is Amazon. And that's 0.59 cents, so 59 cents. And that's a 46.94% distribution rate. Nice. Apple, underlying security is Apple, and that's paying 27 cents. And that's a 26.93% distribution rate. Apple is not that volatile, so that's a good payment actually. Here we go. Deso, underlying security is Disney, which Disney is very busy in the summer. They make a lot of money in the summer as a theme park, as a cruise line, as a channel. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in Disney. Don't forget they own Marvel, now too. So all those Superman and stuff movies that's coming out. Another one's coming out like in July. There's a couple of superhero shows coming out. All that is Disney money. So 0.42 per share, and that's a 36.54% distribution rate. Misty, which is the highlighter. So again, I do watch my friend Rod retire on dividends. Don't forget to check out his channel. And I did know in advance that Misty did not make any money. They actually lost money. So I'm very happy for an over dollar payment because these guys did not make any money this month. Again, you can't really figure out what's going on with MicroStrategy because it just moves so much. It moves so much that you just I give credit to the traders, but you can't really figure this out sometimes. It's just such a volatile stock. So Misty, underlying security, MicroStrategy, is 1.24 per share, and that's a 77.14% distribution rate. Again, really appreciate this. I got over 1,000 of these things, so whatever else happens, I'm making $1,000 this week. That's just me personally here. So there you go. SMCY, Super Micro Computers here. This is a good payment. It's over 100 distribution rate. So 1.61, $1.61 per share, and it is 101.78% distribution rate. Oh my God, how much is this going for? Let's see. How much is this? SMCY. SMCY. $20.69. Now, again, this is super nav erosion. Super nav erosion. This was a $50 stock. It went all the way up to $59, and now it went all the way down to $16, and currently is $20. So I do own this. I did not get it at 50. Maybe I'm still losing money. I think I got it at 30 and I'm still bad right now. I'm still down $10 getting it at 30. So I didn't experience as much NAV erosion as people who bought it when it first came out at 50, or probably whoever got it when it was all the way at 59. But I am still experiencing NAV erosion on this one, even getting it at $30. So I'm still $10 down right now. Yeah, Max. Sometimes you got to be like, Jesus. Now, if you thought MicroStrategy was going to go short, I don't have this because I'm highly invested in MicroStrategy not going short. So I didn't buy the opposite. I'm not playing both sides of this in my account. Some people do that, but I personally am not. So, and Winter came out at $50 and Misty came out at $20. So let's put it that way. So there you go. Misty is came out at $20. I was in it from the beginning. I did buy over a lot over like the whole last year. So my cost basis is not $20. I didn't buy it all at once at $20. My cost basis was like 26 or something like that. So I am down for Misty, but not as down as it looks bad because it's about $6 times 1,000. So there you go. You know what I'm saying? So it looks terrible in my account because it's 6 grand, but but it's not as bad as if it was something else. So I am, yeah, I'm down on this. How high did it go? Oh, it went all the way to 46. Now I didn't buy it there, thank God. I didn't buy it nowhere around there. But I am, it went all the way down to 17. I wish I bought it then. Yeah, that would have been nice to get 1,000 at $17. That'd have been awesome. But that's not what happened. I got mine buying some higher, some lower, some higher, some lower. Oh, so my cost basis now is like 26. So yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm looking at that negative six and something thousand in my account when I look at this cost basis wise. So yeah, it's not a nice picture. But thank God I didn't buy it at 46. That's for sure. But yeah, it still hurt me right now. I'm still hurting looking at this in my account with a minus 6,000 next to it. That's life. Next up, we did MicroStrategy short. $1.86, 65.38% distribution rate. Next up is XYZY. Underlying security is XYZ, used to be Square. That's 0.44 per share, and that's 56.14% distribution rate. And last up, if you thought that the NASDAQ was going to go short, well, I think right, NASDAQ did a new record high or something this week. So that would have been not the right thing to think, right? So NASDAQ is the NASDAQ short. You would have picked YQQQY. And that's 0.23 per share. And that's a 21.22% distribution rate. So that's the numbers. That's everything. Yilmax Group D, Clip, MST, Rex Shares, Roundhill, KURV, Globex, Target 12, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, and Globex. So yeah, we did everything, man. I did do something really quick. I did a what if, right? So this is the what if. Let me just give you what's in here. I did a what if you bought Plady, right? Right now. If you bought Plady as of like I think I did this on Friday. So if you bought Plady as of Friday's price, right? You'd have paid $63.44. You'd have bought 1,000 shares and you'd have paid $63,440, right? I have the numbers for the first half of the year. So far for the year, Plady has paid out $32.79 per share. So it's really paid half of what the cost is. Now, that's just if you bought it at that price, right? This thing went up as far as $70, right? Or more than that. Plady. PLTY. Plady is 61 now, which is a pretty good price actually. So it went all the way down to 46, but it went all the way up to $95. If you bought it here, that's a tragedy for you because you lost a lot of money at $95. But if you got it when it first came out at $50, you're in. You have NAV appreciation. You've been paid at least $32 so far for the year, right? It's just only 6 months worth of payments here I'm looking at. And you got paid $32.79 per share as of June payment, right? This is July now. As of June payment per share on Plady, you've been paid $32.79, right? With your 1,000 shares, that's $32,790. Now I don't have that much. Now let's look at myself here. I got Plady at my cost basis is $62 for Plady. I bought some at 50. I have 80 now though. If I left it at 50, then I'll be up $13. But I didn't. I bought some at 70. and lower, and that's how my cost base is currently. It's only $62 a share at 80 shares, right? So I'm up only $1.44 per share. Still, I don't have NAV erosion. This is probably like the only security from Yieldmax I don't have NAV erosion on is Plady. And I personally made $2,623.20 from this. Now, I only paid, this is my current value, $5,075. And it's above what I paid for it. So I'm above. I'm up on this and I got paid this so far. So not too bad. That's just my personal return on this right here. There you go. Next one that I looked at was Misty. Misty currently $21.62. Suppose you bought 1,000 shares of it, and you would have paid $21,620. And so far, for the first half of the year, Misty has paid out $10.85 a share. So you literally made half of that too. So these are like you lost money. Supposedly, I didn't really lose. I lost at this point here when I looked at it. I'm down $5. So $5 down. So 5,000. I lost $5,000. Not really lost it because I didn't sell it. So I'm down 5,000, but I made $10,850. Right? That's if you really did that. And this is my own personal one because I actually have more than $1,000. So I made $11,718 already. Um, but my current value is 23,349. But I paid maybe 27,000 or something like that, or more. I forgot what it is. But anyway, I'm negative 6 grand. But I made $11,718. Negative is not realized though, that 6 grand, because if this goes up again, which it could, if this goes up to 30 or something like that, then I won't have that -6, but I still would have made $11,718 so far, right? So that's a lot of what ifs. So then again, like I said, if you guys watch my portfolio value, if you just bought four securities and spent and bought 1,000 shares of it, right? You would have spent, these are the numbers for Friday, you would have spent $142,810. That's just buying four, which is this is like my whole portfolio value as of a couple of months ago. Now my portfolio, I think, is like 170 because I bought a lot of stuff. But yeah, if you just bought four of these things, which these are four of the okay ones from Yieldmax for monthlies. Plady is really good. Misty is okay. CMVY did really well. So far for the year, they paid $15.83 so far, first 6 months. So for your share, again, but this came out at $50, so you're down $9. And then MVDY been out for a long time, and it started at $20, and it's at 16 now. And so far for the year, 6 months in, Nvidia MVDY pays $7.10 per share. So again, you have NAV erosion, except for this one. All right, you got NAV erosion, some here places here, but so far you would have made at least half of your cost back. And then next year, um, you know, it gets, once you basically paid for your shares, like you got all the money back from your shares already, then everything else you make is just income. It's just income after that. Because me, I've been in Misty since the beginning, and at this point, I think I don't really think I should reflect that 6 grand down because I've been in Misty all of last year, and I think I got back most of my money back already, to tell you the truth. Because Misty payments last year was even higher than what it is this year. So At this point, I think Misty for me is just profit. I'm not really losing that much to say, but it depends on how you look at it. So that was that one. And then I did those. I think those were the best monthlies I can pick. So that's my choices for the best monthlies to at least 6 months in get back half of your cost if you went in to it. And at the end of the year, if they keep at the same pace, like you would have got all your money back in 1 year that you spent on your shares. Now, weekly wise, best weeklies I thought so far would have been LFGY from Yieldmax, IWNY from Defiance, PLTW from Roundhill, and QDTE. This is also from Roundhill. And that's if you was going with the same 140 something thousand. You would have did this. You wouldn't got, these weeklies don't pay as heavy as the other one. So you would have took a while to get back, the money. This is probably like one third versus this is like one half of it. But there you go. Weeklies pay out smaller payments. But the best weekly payment so far, I think, is LFGY because so far for 6 months in, you already made $11.77. So there you go. That's 6 months in. IWNY, you made $7. PLTW, you made almost $8. And then QDTE, you made like $6. So payment wise, obviously the payments from the monthlies are a lot heavily. Palladium has just been amazing. If you wanted to go there with it. So that's that one. And then me, my own personal stuff, I don't have nowhere near 1,000 on these things. The best one I got is 100 here. And so far, $7.99. And you paid 4,280. So there you go. I was just looking at the what ifs. What if you did this? Me, I'm going to be happily putting in my numbers for July because what did I get? What did I get paid here? 124. Booyah. That's just from one security. Ah ha. So yeah, I'm very happy about that already. I didn't even look at the rest of this. These are the numbers from the ones that paid Tuesday. So yeah, they're in here. So already I'm on 1,700 and I didn't even fill in the rest of these. So I'm gonna be very happy, happy, happy on Friday seeing what I did for the 1st of July. So that's the show. See you guys on Friday. I'll probably put it out on Friday or maybe Monday because we're not really getting paid really anyway. We're gonna get paid on Monday, so I'll see which day I'll do it, either Monday or Friday. But you got the numbers, so do what you can do. Maybe I did say I might buy the Maggie, the Magnificent Seven from Roundhill because the payments are starting to look really good from that one. So I will see what I would do. And that's it. That's the show, guys. Thank you for watching. Have a great July 4th holiday.